is sun cream an absolute problem, or is it needed, especially for young children, especially with parents that are at our school when it gets hot, which is rare in the UK. They are very, adamant that children need to wear sunscreen and sun hats and sunglasses. And what you're saying is this is actually counterproductive.
Yeah, it's counterproductive from a biological standpoint. I used to stand on my soapbox and say, well, maybe there are some times where you need sunscreen, but frankly, if we're starting at that point with the discussion, people need to understand that they need to avoid being exposed to the sun for too long as opposed to wearing sunscreen. They're starting at the wrong point. And so what we're talking about with sunglasses or sunscreen or even glass windows, being behind glass windows during a sunny day, we're just talking about how these things artificially manipulate the full light spectrum in harmful ways. So for example, with sunscreen, the entire purpose of sunscreen is to block UVA and UVB. But UVA stimulates nitric oxide in the skin and blood vessels, lowering blood pressure. UVB is where you actually produce vitamin D3. So why would you block the two light wavelengths that are necessary for some of the most powerful biological benefit involved? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. And then if you want to extrapolate on that point, you're also blocking melanin production, which is Mother Nature's sunscreen, which comes from UVA and UVB. So again, like, people talk about avoiding sunscreen, avoiding sunglasses, but they're not good at breaking down the biological mechanisms involved. And once you do and try to explain it as in layman's terms, then the light bulb in people's heads goes off and it starts to make more sense as to why we want to avoid these things.